Let's hitch a ride on the Disney Skyliner. Hey everybody, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another Saturday morning broadcast. Today we are at the Disney's Hollywood Studios load station for the Disney Skyliner. We're going to take a trip over to the Caribbean Beach hub, and we'll hang a right on the line. We'll head over either to Art of Animation or Pop Century. I'll actually ask you to let me know which one you would prefer to see. We'll go back to Caribbean Beach, past Riviera, and then we're going to go on to Epcot and just take in the view from the Disney Skyliner. It is a windy Saturday morning here at Walt Disney World. About 73 degrees, going to get up to up to 90 almost. It's going to be a warm day, but a beautiful day. Mitchell, hello to you. It is a beautiful sunny morning. Patty, welcome. And Kathy, hello to you in New York. Welcome to the broadcast. Sean, good morning to you. And Mary, thanks for joining. It's fun to watch the Skyliner go by. It's kind of a soothing thing to watch, actually. Wayne is voting for Pop Century. Okay, Wayne, thanks for getting your vote in. Darlene in Alabama, hello to you and welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios, or at least the Skyliner station for Disney's Hollywood Studios. Was not able to get a park pass reservation today. For me as a pass holder, most of the reservations for Saturdays, actually I think all of the reservations for Saturdays through the month of April, they're booked up. So unless that changes, we're going to be doing some broadcasts from outside the park. But that's good. It's been a while since I've had a chance to do some of these things like the Skyliner. Looking forward actually to taking it and seeing what things look like from up in the sky. Amanda in Jersey, good morning to you. Christine says, thanks for always sharing. Christine, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being here. I always really enjoy these broadcasts. Good chance to chat with everyone. I appreciate your comments. Thank you as always for the likes and the thumbs up, comments, especially the shares. Great way to get the word out. Rick says, missing Disney from Philly. Rick, nice to see you on the broadcast. Joyce, good morning to you. Joyce says, loves the Pin of the Month Club. Joyce, thank you for that. And actually today, you can win the free prize, which is my appreciation, for prompting shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. You want to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your phone every month? Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. John said, got his pass renewed. Good for you, John. Still do not know when Disney's going to offer passes to people who don't currently have them. I've renewed my pass. I'm glad that I can still have it. Looking forward to the time when Disney starts to sell them again. Corey says, is it true you do not have to take masks when taking a picture? Yes, this is true. Disney announced this change in their policy this week. You do have to be stationary though. So me walking around kind of taking a video, have to have the mask on. But if you are taking a photo in one spot and you are not moving, Disney will allow you to take off your mask for a moment as long as you are still socially distanced. So interesting development this week. Jesse said, rode him a couple months ago and loved him. Skyliner really is very fun. I think a lot of people were concerned about this mode of transportation when it first was announced. They thought it might be too hot, but actually the tinting on the windows and the fact that it keeps moving really does keep it as a very comfortable ride. Michael from Scotland, hello to you. Heather says, been home 8 days and miss it already. Hope that you had a great trip. Hope you're able to return soon. Fabio from Brazil, hello to you. Thank you for being here on the broadcast.
Howdy, sir.
Hello.
You're headed out to Epcot. There'll be a 20 to 30 minute wait at our Caribbean Beach transfer station.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, seems like there is a backup at Caribbean Beach. That's okay, we're not going to go to Epcot right away. We're actually going to go first to either Art of Animation or Pop Century. I'll ask for your votes. And then by the time we head back, hopefully Caribbean Beach will have cleared out a bit. Helen from the UK, we've got all kinds of folks from all around the world. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. Phyllis says, never misses a Saturday morning broadcast. Phyllis, thank you so much. Appreciate your being here and everyone else. Good morning. John said it is a favorite ride. Hi, Barbara said, happy to experience the Skyliner. Not too much of a line for people getting on it from here, going from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Everyone's coming into Disney's Hollywood Studios. So my guess is we're going to be able to get right on. Hi, Barbie. Gonna go to Pop Century.
Pop Century, all right, this way. Watch that get in, watch your step.
Thank you.
Enjoy that flight.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's me. All right, Sherry says coming in September or October. Should book now. This is true. Park pass reservations, you just don't know when they're going to be booked up. So good idea to get them as soon as you are making your travel plans. Carl from Michigan, hello to you. Welcome. We are going for a ride on the Skyliner. Troy from Gainesville, hello. Bill said rode it in December. Wait at Caribbean Beach was 30 minutes. Yeah, I think Caribbean Beach, since it is the sort of the connecting point, kind of gets backed up sometimes. Hopefully by the time we're doing it, won't be so bad. And we're off. Mary Ellen said shared and let Saturday begin. Mary Ellen, thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Hi, Ashley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Epcot International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Hey, Tim.
We hope you enjoyed your visit to Hollywood today. Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below. Bye!
Bye! Tim Peterson has joined. Hey, Tim, nice to see you. Mary Ellen, 213 days to go. There's a little bit of a breeze up here, and I can feel the cabin of the Skyliner just gently rocking. Doesn't feel bad. It's actually very windy in here, too. It's kind of nice, very pleasant. Sharon, good morning to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Tamara, 12 years ago today at Walt Disney World. Wow, a lot has changed in that time. Hope you get another trip soon. Joan, good morning to you in Los Angeles. Said rode the Skyliner end-to-end in 2019 and loved it. Tim's looking forward to a Skyliner visit on his next trip. It is a lot of fun. It's a fun thing to see, just like the monorail is kind of a special mode of Disney transportation. The ferry boat from the Ticket and Transportation Center. I think the Skyliner is taking its place.
In just a few moments, we will be traveling over the headwaters of the Everglades. The water that flows from the protected wetlands around Walt Disney World Resort travels all the way to the Everglades, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico.
So Christy asked what the capacity of the parks is. It is still, as best we know, at 35%. That's the last number that Disney has announced. And many times the parks are running out of park pass reservations. Rivian said, loved it when we could watch the animators at Disney's MGM studios. I miss that as well. Back in the old days, you could actually see the artists at work. It was a fun thing to do when this was truly a working animation studio. Disney's Hollywood animation department contributed to Lilo and Stitch, Brother Bear.
Over 40 square miles. That's about the same size as the city of San Francisco and double the island of Manhattan.
Aaron, hello to you in South Louisiana. And Susan could make out the design on my shirt as Mr. Toad. Susan, you've got good eyes. That's me. Timothy says, can't wait until next week staying at Caribbean Beach. I hope you have a good trip. You're coming at a nice time of the year. Mary has joined. Hello to you. Cheryl says Skyliner is a good addition. I agree. So I'd like to hear, once we get at the station here, what's your preference? Would you like to go to the Art of Animation, or would you like to go to Pop Century? We'll get off on the other line. We'll do it one or the other.
Beach Resort shortly. All passengers must disembark and transfer at this station. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
Dawn said, excited to take some maskless photos, you and so many other people as well. I'm really pleased that Disney has made that change. Hopefully it's a sign of more changes to come. We will see how things continue to unfold. Cheryl's got a couple weeks to go. Hope you have a good visit.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abren automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Someone asked if you can get a stroller into the Skyliner. Yes, you can. I don't think there's any problem pushing a relatively small stroller The 2x2, the side-by-side ones, maybe not. But if you do have a vehicle which is too big to fit in a quick mode, Disney has a little way you can load off to the side. Thank you. Which is used especially for people with ECVs or with wheelchairs. There's a spur, which actually you can see right here. So the main line is turning right at this spot for people who can load and unload while the cars are in motion. But right next door to it, where the blue Monsters Inc. one is coming in, where the yellow one is coming in, that's where people who need more time to load and unload can get on or off. Just like right there. All right, welcome to the the Caribbean Beach Skyliner station. We're going to make our way over to Pop Century or to Art of Animation. And then we'll come back. Hopefully the line here won't be too bad. HR is voting for Pop. Jeff said took a wheelchair into the Skyliner last week. That's great. Wayne asked if you can stay or you have to exit. Here you have to exit. Thank you. So once you get to this Caribbean Beach Resort station, you do need to exit. If you're on the Caribbean Beach Resort, you can bypass the Riviera Resort station and head over to Epcot. But pretty much the other legs you have to get on and off. Angela, good morning to you. Welcome to the Skyliner. A clear one, got a nicer view out the front, which is nice. The characters do make them look good on the inside, or on the outside rather, but a little bit harder to see out from the inside. Kimberly's voting for Art of Animation. Kelly's got Pop Century in 50 days. Awesome, less than 50 days. Dawn says, don't Pop and AOA share the same station. They do. I'm going to get off, though, and walk over just a little bit and check one or the other. Good catch, Dan. Dawn, excuse me.
Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Leah asked if you have to pay to be on the Skyliner. Nope, you don't. Mary Lou is suggesting Art of Animation. Karen says, how hard is it? Oh my goodness, I missed the comment. I'm sorry. Wayne says, is it one station for Pop and Art, or are there two? It's actually just one station, which is built right out over the water on Hourglass Lake. We're going to pass over the lake, which was kind of an exciting way to come in, and then you can hang a left or a right to go to one of the resorts or the other. Dawn is voting for Pop. Marcy said, can't wait until July, staying at Riviera and riding the Skyliner all the time. Riviera definitely has that advantage of a Skyliner station where you can get connection to Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Just ahead and to the right is Disney's Art of Animation Resort, a larger-than-life resort that celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort, a memorable resort that celebrates the way we lived, played, and communicated with each other throughout the 20th century.
Kelly says Pop Century is a favorite. Kenneth says, thanks for streaming in Crystal City. Happy to do it. Beth Ann is voting for Pop. Okay, we are coming across Hourglass Lake. Leah said it would be fun just to take a ride on. It is. It's actually a lot of fun.
We are now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
Lisa said, thinks she'll always stay at a Skyliner resort. It is definitely up to the appeal of Art of Animation and Pop Century. That is for sure.
In just a few moments,
Hear the wind whistling.
We will be arriving at the only floating Skyliner station at Walt Disney World Resort. Passengers can disembark here for Disney's Pop Century Resort and for Disney's Art of Animation Resort. Thank you for flying the Disney Skyliner. Bon voyage!
Kara asked if the Skyliner cabins get warm during the summertime. And it is warmer, but with the breeze coming through, as long as the motion continues, it's not bad at all.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados.
Donna asks if the Skyliner goes to all the parks. It does not. Right now it connects Hollywood Studios and Epcot. We'll see if there are some expansion plans that happen in the future. Thank you. Mary's got 145 days to go. So my hope is that since the Skyliner, after a few glitches initially, has been running very smoothly, that Disney will consider expanding it. I think it's probably a much less expensive way to connect resorts and parks together than the monorail. Sadly, I love the monorail, but it is a very expensive way to build out transportation. So maybe in the future Disney will expand the Skyliner to include other resorts and other parks. You can kind of see in how it was laid out a logical extension, at least to Disney's Animal Kingdom. It would also make sense to connect it up to the Ticket and Transportation Center at the Magic Kingdom, but that's more of a connector there. Yeah, Tracy was asking about expanding it, so I hope so, and I could see where that could happen, but given the past year, my guess is that large infrastructure investments like that might not be on the way too soon. Disney's got a number of attractions they're going to need to fix up and finish in time, like Tron and like Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah, we'll see. Things are changing. Ron asks if it is time for the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. Ron, I never run out of them, so today you win the prize for prompting the second shameless plug. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Welcome to Art of Animation Fun Resort. Very colorful. Jessica, hello to you in New Hampshire. We're going to take a little walk down the main thoroughfare here, and then we'll flip back and get back on the Skyliner, head over to the Caribbean Beach station. Hopefully some of the wait will have cleared out a bit to make our way over to Epcot. Yvonne, good morning to you. Beryl says, thanks for bringing the broadcast. Beryl, it's my pleasure. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to see you. Rivian says, as long as it's not the only option, probably talking about expanding the Skyliner. Yeah, I think Disney always tries to have a couple ways to get from one place to the next, just like at the Magic Kingdom. You can take the monorail, you can take the ferry boat, you can also take a bus. All the resorts are still connected by bus in addition to transportation like the monorail or the Skyliner. Gina says, loves Pop and cannot wait to stay there. It is a fun resort. I think all these value resorts are a lot of fun. When you consider the fact that you're very close, you get a continuous Disney experience, you get transportation. Some of the values are really a pretty good deal, even when you compare to how you might save a few dollars off-site. Dee, good morning to you. Welcome to the Art of Animation Resort. Christy has joined. Welcome. So we started off over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We took the Skyliner to the Caribbean Beach hub station and then took the leg over here, which connects to a single station for both Art of Animation and Pop Century. We're just going to stroll around just a bit here at Art of Animation. And then we're going to head back to the Skyliner, back to the central station, and make our way over to Epcot. Hopefully the wait won't be too long. You can see the Lion King section over here. Barbie says, loved Art of Animation. Ashley, seems like the monorail wasn't running much when we were there. The monorails, they've been using them for quite a long time. I have read, don't know for sure, that they are maybe at or past their expected lifetime. So Disney has been taking them offline and refurbishing at least the interiors. I imagine they're taking that opportunity to rework the mechanical components as well. So the monorail interiors that have been refreshed actually have a very nice look. It's pretty cool. Kathy, good morning to you in New York. Shelley says, never seen this resort. Oh, I'm glad to bring it to you. It's actually a lot of fun. You can see the main building here where the food service is, check-in. There is an arcade, although it's probably still closed down, a little shop. It's fun to see. Tracy just booked a trip for October. Good for you. I hope you have a great time. Gail said the wind is picking up. That it is. It is a windy day here today. When I was in the Skyliner cabin, it definitely shielded a lot of the wind, but even over at Disney's Hollywood Studio, very windy day. Vera says, is Magical Express now finished? Pretty much. So, well, finished in the sense that Disney has announced that at the end of this year, the end of 2021, Disney's Magical Express is shutting down. I think if you have a reservation through December 31st, they will get you back and forth. But after that, Disney's Magical Express is no longer. So instead, this week, Mears, which happens to be the company Disney used to outsource that service, is going to be offering bus transportation from Orlando International Airport to Disney resorts. So you will still be able to get a very similar experience. It's probably not, well, it's not going to be branded as Disney, but you could still go back and forth on a bus if you want to. Big difference though is that you're gonna have to pay Mears, where in the past Disney footed the bill. Tim, hello to you. Thanks for joining. Alicia from Boston, going to be here in October. Got a lot of people coming in the fall. October 1st, 2021, 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World Resort. Going to be a very exciting time to be here. I think the world is going to be remembering the past 50 years of fun that they have had here. A lot of people are going to be visiting and enjoying. Big things happening that day. One of the big ones, of course, is that many people will want to be in the Magic Kingdom, to be where it all started. Also, Disney will be opening Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at Epcot. Park pass reservations for October 1st for those two parks already gone, so no longer possible to get into either of those spots on that day. Howard's got 2 weeks to go. Hey, Howard. Caswell, good morning to you. Thanks for joining me here. So we're taking a little walk around some Disney resorts. We started off at the Disney's Hollywood Studios, took the Skyliner over to Caribbean Beach, got off at the Caribbean Beach station, transferred here to the one station that connects Art of Animation with Pop Century. A few minutes, we'll get back on the Skyliner, we'll make our way to Caribbean Beach, and we'll see what the wait time looks like for taking our trip back over to Epcot. Cast member over at Hollywood Studios said half-hour wait there. Hopefully we won't have that now. Someone asked if it's possible to take an Uber from the airport to the Disney Resort hotels. Absolutely. And I think that a lot of people are doing that. So in the past, one of the big benefits that Disney got was if you didn't rent a car, you took Disney's Magical Express directly from the airport to a resort, they kind of had you to captive audience. I mean, they did give you free transportation, but then you were probably pretty much going to stay on resort property. But these days, you don't have to rent a car, and you can get pretty easy transportation using Uber or Lyft from the resort if you want to scoot off and buy groceries or spend a day at another attraction. So the business benefit to Disney of offering free Magical Express has kind of reduced as the number of transportation options have increased. Kathy, welcome to the broadcast. Christine, hoping they bring back magic hours, extra magic hours. So Disney is offering additional park hours for resort guests, a half hour early, typically, of all the parks. So in the past, it was a certain amount of time early or late in just one park, but now all the parks will let resort guests in early. So that definitely is an advantage if you are staying on Disney property. Bill, good morning to you in Virginia. So interesting sign here. Due to high demand for Skyliner, direct bus service is available to and from Epcot and to and from Disney's Hollywood Studios. So we're talking about that just a moment ago. So even though the Skyliner is available now, it's not the only way to get back and forth. It's just one of the ways to get back and forth. Probably a lot more fun than a bus, actually. But even the buses are good. They've got fun narration. Usually the bus drivers are very nice folks. So this is a beautiful view here out over Hourglass Lake. You can see the Skyliner station sits out over the water. This is the station right between Art of Animation and Pop Century. And then you can see how the Skyliner goes over the water, which is very cool. It's a very pretty view here. Petunia says, love Saturday mornings with the live broadcast. Petunia, thank you so much. It's nice of you to say that. Jessica has joined. Hello to you. Linda, place looks huge. Is it bigger than Pop? Well, this is a very good question. I would say, just generally speaking, my feel is that they're both very big. I would say they're probably similar sizes. A number of these value resorts were designed, and at least designed at the same time. They were built over time. But yeah, I think they're pretty similar, but that's a very good question. I don't know the exact room counts or acreage, but they are two very big resorts. Tina, good morning to you in Chicago. Denise says nothing better than being on property. It is a wonderful experience to get to spend some time here at Walt Disney World. All right, we are going to continue on. We're going to get back on the Skyliner and make our way over to the Caribbean Beach station. We'll see. We'll see what the wait time looks like to get from there to Epcot. Aaron says Mrs. Disney a bunch. Wayne says Art and Pop are similar in size. Yeah, that would be my take as well. Sandy says always looks forward to Saturdays. Thank you so much for that. I look forward to it as well, actually. I always really enjoy chatting with everyone. Thank you, as always, for all the comments. Thanks for the likes and the thumbs up, especially the shares. Great way to get the word out. Really nice view here of the Skyliner line out over Hourglass Lake. Just beautifully done. Manish, hello to you. Welcome to the broadcast. Maria in Melbourne. Lisa said Pop and AOA are about the same.
Just continue to hold right there. I will let you know when you're clear to board, okay?
Okay. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Lori says, what transportation is available from Coronado? So you can take the Skyliner.
327. Watch your stoppage on your release seated throughout your flight. Coming to my next party.
You can take the Skyliner to Studios or to Epcot, and you can also take buses. Ron says Saturdays with Herb are best. Ron, thank you for that. David said just being here is wonderful. Last trip before wife passed away. I'm very sorry to hear that. Diane says missing Disney from California. Very excited that the Disneyland Resort is going to be reopening soon. That is cool. Lori says, when will the masks stop? Lori, I do not know. We still don't know. I think Disney probably doesn't know. They're just kind of watching to see how things unfold. All right, nice view of the Pop Century Resort over here to our right as we head out from the Skyliner station. And you can see Art of Animation over to the left where we just took a little stroll. Jackie, hello to you. Robert's got 2 weeks to go before Epcot. It's a good deal. Mary Ellen says, originally Art of Animation was going to be the sister resort for the 1900s to 1940s. You are right. You are very up on your Disney trivia. Actually, there was an economic blip. Disney stopped construction on what is now the Art of Animation Resort for quite a long time, and it sat half-baked, half complete. And then once things picked up, they completed the resort. And by the time they did that, kind of building a resort to the 1910s, 1920s seemed a little out of tune with the times. And Jerry said, nice hat. Thanks, Jerry. It's not so fashionable, but it does keep the sun off of me, especially the back of my neck, so I kind of like it. Joan said, so much fun. Great to see Art of Animation so close up. Ken had honeymoon 40 years ago when Epcot was being built. Wow. Congratulations to you on 40 years. That is tremendous. Deborah said, rainy season soon. Yep. We get to summertime, we have our daily rain. Someone asked whether or not fireworks are back. Not yet. Don't know when that's going to happen. Disney has not made announcements. Disney is making great progress, speaking of fireworks, on Harmonious, the fourth taco barge, as I like to call it. Fourth large barge is out, and the central barge is in place. So it looks like the primary infrastructure elements, at least that we can visibly see, the big ones, are there. So I can't wait for it to open up. Darlene said, how many people can ride in a Skyliner cabin? I think 8, if I remember right. Back in the day when they would put multiple parties together when we were in the pre-pandemic times. Wayne asked about the temperature. It was 73 when I started maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. Probably up to the upper 70s, supposed to get to upper 80s, maybe even 90 today. Samantha said, when will they start back up with character breakfast? Samantha, don't know. Good question. There are a lot of open questions on when some of these things are going to restart, when you won't have to wear a mask, when are the fireworks going to be back, what about parades? Just don't know yet. We're just going to have to keep an eye open and see what happens. Kelly says, is it time for a shameless plug? Kelly, anytime is a good time for a shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Denise said up to 8 people on the Skyliner. That was my recollection as well. Deborah says 77 now. Thank you for that. All right, looks like we still have kind of a backup here to get to the Epcot line, but we're going to go in line. We'll see what happens. Thank you. All right, welcome to the Caribbean Beach Resort line. This is the hub where everyone gets all connected. Gerald, hello to you in the UK. Hopes to be here in October. Gerald, I hope that happens for you. Disney and all of us here in Central Florida are looking forward to international guests coming back. Epcot? Thank you.
Where are we going today?
Hey, Victoria, welcome. All right, so it looks like the line kind of snakes around. That's okay. It normally goes pretty quickly, so we're going to give it a shot. Deb said, any new t-shirts? Deb, thank you for asking that question. I've actually made a request to a designer this week for a new design, which was based on an idea that people here on the broadcast gave me. So I'm hoping in the next week or two I might have that design in place and I'll be able to announce it. I always do that first here on the broadcast to let everybody know about the t-shirt designs. I'm kind of excited about the one that's coming up. I always am. But yeah, thank you for asking. Shelly said 8 days until home. Eric says the hub looks huge. It is. This is a very big station. So you've got a connection here to Disney's Hollywood Studios. You've got a connection to the one station that serves Pop Century and Art of Animation. And then another connection that goes to Riviera Resort and then on to Epcot. Nancy said, do the Skyline cabins get hot in the summer? So my experience is no. And the thing that really makes the big difference, I think there are two. One is the fact that the windows are tinted so the sun doesn't come in very much. The second is the fact that as long as the cabins are moving, there is a breeze that comes through. And it's that breeze that seems to make all the big difference. Deb says, yay for the t-shirt design. Can't wait to see it. Looking forward to sharing it with you as well. Hello, Steve. Good to see you. Christine says, people are not social distancing. Yeah, I think that some people are maybe getting a little less careful about doing that. I still try to do it. Mary Ellen says, can't wait for a new t-shirt. Thank you for that, Mary Ellen. Hi, Susan. Chrissy says, for the Skyliners, is there a direct connection from the Value Resort? I'm sorry I missed the full comment. But Art of Animation and Pop Century are both Value Resorts, and they connect to the Skyliner station. Riviera is a DVC. Caribbean Beach, where we are right now, I believe is moderate, if I remember right. So you got a mix. HR, hello to you, says, loves new t-shirts. Petunia says, any 50th tees in the works? So actually the shirt that I have in the design process right now is not associated with the 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World Resort, but I am thinking about that, so thank you for asking. Kelly says, loves Club Cool. Yeah, we got an interesting announcement this week with some new concept art for the merchandise shop at Epcot that's going to replace Mouse Gear. I think it's called Creation Station, something like that. I kind of forget the name exactly. But in addition, Disney has confirmed, which they had said in the past, that Club Cool, sponsored by Coca-Cola, is going to come back. I truly hope that we will get another opportunity to try Beverly. Not that I will actually try it myself. I've done that once. Don't need to do it again. But it's always fun to watch others do it. Megan's got 75 days to go. Okay, you can see the Skyliner in action here. Debbie says, always looks forward to a new t-shirt design. Debbie, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Christine, husband thinks he's funny. Keep squealing while watching. You tell him you're having a good time and that we're having some Disney fun. It's okay. Michelle says, how long is the walk from Epcot to Hollywood Studios? That walk, that's a good question. If I were going to make a wild guess, I'd say maybe 20 minutes. I have not done it myself, but it is something you can do. Heather says, going to Disneyland, I think after Mexico was the comment. Very cool. Sandy says, doesn't mind the lines when you're standing in them. Says, thanks for the virtual experience. It's my pleasure to do it. Phil says, thanks for bringing a little bit of Disney to our worlds. Again, thank you. Glad to do. Beryl says, so glad Club Cool is coming back. Me too. Especially on a hot day when you can get, even though it's a tiny little cup, you can get a tiny cup of free soda, or in my case, many tiny cups of free soda. It's fun. It's also fun to see what the different flavors are from around the world. Tracy, 7 days. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Deb says, not crazy about the new name for the flagship store in Epcot. That's one of those things I think needs to grow on me. So Disney, in releasing the concept art, which you can see at worldofwalt.com, by the way, was very careful to say that they're looking to do something beyond just a new merchandise location, and they're going to focus on experiences. And it was interesting that in in the piece of concept art, there was an image of a kid with something that looked like an iPad interacting with that iPad in the store. So it makes me wonder what Disney has up its sleeve for this new merchandise location. My guess is, or at least they're teasing, that it's not just going to be a place to buy things, but also it's going to have something beyond that. So I can't wait to see it. Muhammad has joined. Hello to you. Janice says, from Pop Century, is it more efficient to take the Skyliner or the bus? I think that was the question. Some of it could depend on the time of the day. So what we are experiencing here is an extra long line to get from the Caribbean Beach Resort line, which we're standing at right now, to Epcot. So you got to wait at this transfer point if you're going during kind of a busier time. So I would say it's going to depend on when you go. When Disney is able to load more people, more parties into the cabins, the process will move faster. I would also say if you're going at an off time, maybe very early or midday, it's going to be faster. Beyond that, though, it's going to be a little bit hit or miss. With the Skyliner, you're pretty much assured a new cabin is going to be loading every few seconds. With a bus, you're going to have to wait for the next one to show up. So I would say it sort of depends just on the details, time of day, and when you might hit the next bus. Personally, I would probably hang out for the Skyliner because I think it's cool. Eric's got 49 days to go. Jeff has joined. Jeff, welcome to the broadcast.
Hold on for 1 second. I've got Riviera going to sit on Jeff. Oh. Hey, Alex, can you make a hole? Go see Alex. He'll take care of you. Is it one today? Yep, you're going to come right here on this great spot right here. Hold on just a minute for me. Where are we going today?
Mitch, hello to you from Newark, Ohio. Hope you're having a good day in Ohio. I've heard that spring might be springing there. This is always a fun time of the year. Missy says Skyline, yes. Skyliner is a lot of fun. Sandy is watching. Hi, Sandy. So we do have kind of a backup from this station going to Epcot. Looks like there is not a backup at all in the connection to Disney's Hollywood Studios, which you can see sort of in the background. That's where the camera is pointed right now. People going to the studios are walking right on. But here, when it comes to the connection to Epcot, it seems like this is the one that's taking a lot longer. Susan says she misses Epcot. Epcot's a great place to visit. Can't wait till my next visit there. These days, it seems like new construction walls, new things coming up all the time. Cindy says, husband bought a gimbal for a trip in 3 weeks. That's great, Cindy. My new gimbal I'm enjoying very much. It sort of balances in the middle, so it seems to be a little less finicky. My old one couldn't handle my new phone. Janet asked, what time does the Skyliner begin? So historically, I think it was like an hour before park opening. But these times are a little strange, so I would say definitely check when you are here on when the Skyliner is going to open up. Oftentimes they do start operations a little bit sooner than posted times. Mitchell says Skyline is very pretty at night. I think so. Yeah, it is. It is a good view of the nighttime. Kathy asked if I parked at Hollywood Studios. I sure did. I parked at Hollywood Studios. We took the Skyliner from the studios to this station, Caribbean Beach. Then we took the Skyliner from Caribbean Beach to the station that serves both Art of Animation and Pop Century. Came back, and here we are at Caribbean Beach again. So now we're waiting for Epcot. We'll take the ride on this Epcot line past the Riviera, and we'll make our way over to Epcot. Christina says, where are all the Skyliner stops? So I think the messages come through a little bit late for me. I think I just mentioned them there. So 2 parks, including Epcot and Hollywood Studios. And then the resorts include 1 station at Art of Animation and Pop Century, 1 station at Riviera DVC, and here at the Coronado, the sort of hub for it all. Gloria says, is the boardwalk closed? I don't think so. I believe it is open these days, but don't quote me on that. Connie says, how late does the Skyliner operate? So they post hours, and it changes depending on the operating hours of the parks. Generally speaking, they go for an hour after park close. But again, please check when you're here to make sure, because things change a lot. Kathy says, the long way around. We're definitely taking the long way around through this queue. Katrina says, does it get hot in the station? So all the stations have a cover like this one, but when it's hot outside, it's hot here because you are covered, you're protected from the sun, but you're still exposed to the heat of Florida. So it would be like being outside under a covered spot. Tracy said, look for the huge Guardians of the Galaxy building. Yep, painted blue, does kind of blend in with the sky depending on how things look. All right, the line is moving. That's good. Tammy says, Pin of the Month Club. Tammy, thank you for prompting another shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. So, yeah, not to spy on people, but you can see here this blue cabin has got some folks, looks like maybe in some sort of a wheelchair or an ECV. So this is the spot where people can load without the cabin moving.
Thank you for your patience. We will be taking the flight momentarily. For your safety, please
Okay,
stand
looks
clear
like
of all
this
cabins. Thank you.
line is moving. I can see the cabins rotating. That's good. Danielle said, at the Grand Floridian now, and it is absolutely beautiful. That is terrific. I hope you are having a great stay. Grand Floridian, incredible hotel. Caswell says, wonder how they handle the wheelchairs. So good question. Came in just a little bit late, but you can see these people right in front of me have an ECV or a wheelchair, and there is the blue cabin, which comes on a line off the moving line, and so that cabin can be stationary, so people can load without trying to get into a moving vehicle, and then they can connect that vehicle back into the moving line. Someone asked, how long is the 50th? It starts on the 50th anniversary date, which is October 1st, 2021, and I think it's going to go for 18 months, which is pretty typical. Connie says, where can we find the t-shirts? Connie, thank you for asking. You can go to worldofwaltstore.com, and that will give you links to the t-shirt shop and over to the Pin of the Month Club. Someone asked, when did the plugs for the pin become shameful? Oh, they're not shameful, they're shameless.
Sir, next door marker available.
Thank you.
My next party, right this way.
No shame in doing a plug. Elaine from New York City, hello to you. Thanks for joining me here. All right, looks like this Skyliner connection here from Coronado, or Caribbean Beach, excuse me, from Caribbean Beach to Riviera and off to Epcot is back up and rocking. Nico, hello to you. Thank you for joining the broadcast. John, thanks for putting that link in there, worldofwaltstore.com. David asked, is there a People Mover update? Oh, David, I cannot wait for the People Mover to reopen at the Magic Kingdom. It has been down for more than a year. I had a lot of high hopes because there has been a lot of testing going on that you can see from within the park. So hopefully it will be opening again soon. I know that when it does, I will be sure to ride it. Steven says, no words to describe the feeling as a parent takes a little one on the Skyliner and back. Yeah, it is a fun mode of transportation. And it's also nice that it's, especially midday, it's a very quick and direct way to get from either Epcot, World Showcase, or Hollywood Studios back to one of the connected resorts. Lizard says, do I live in Orlando? I do live in the greater Orlando area. I'm actually a resident of Celebration, which is pretty close to Disney, but Disney's a big place, so there are a lot of places that are close. It depends on where you're going. Martha says, remember the original Skyliner at the Magic Kingdom? Yeah, the Skyway, if I remember the name correctly, which operated to connect Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. I remember that too as a kid. John says, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Rock on. Yes, it is true. Dee is watching. Hi, Dee. Troy says, first Saturday after they reopen, that should be a live stream, a trip about Tomorrowland. I do hope that I will be able to check out the People Mover as soon as it reopens. I will certainly make my best effort to do that. It kind of depends on park pass reservations and when it opens and all that good stuff, but I am anxious to get back on the People Mover. All right, it's not going to be too much longer before we get our opportunity to hop into the Skyliner station, make our way past the Riviera and open to Epcot. Greg asked, did I ever ride the old buckets of the Magic Kingdom? I sure did. I remember doing that as a kid with my mom and dad. Krista says, loves the tavern restaurant in Celebration. It is always popular. The Town Tavern, it is the place to go. John says, when are we doing a World of Walt meetup? John, I have thought about that on and off, and I think it may be something that I would like to do after things get a bit back to normal.
Avenue, plenty of one. Thank you so much. Yellow one for you one.
Thank you.
Please watch your step and remain seated for me.
All right.
Just waiting and going for me. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Disney Skyliner has been temporarily delayed.
Oh, we are temporarily delayed. That's a bummer. Renee asked if they're waiting for the 50th anniversary to reopen the Skyliner. I sure hope, or to the People Mover rather. I sure hope not, because that would mean that we would have until October to go. So I'm hoping that it happens sooner than that. Jenna, hello to you. All right, I heard another ring. Hopefully that means we're going to be starting back up again. Kathy says, would love a World of Walt meetup. All right, good to know. So I'd be curious, are there other people who would be interested in a World of Walt meetup? It's not something I've ever done before. It's something I've thought about a bit. This didn't, of course, seem like the time to do it. But maybe. Karen said the line moves fast. It does, actually. These continuously loading either rides or modes of attraction, very, very quick. Shelley said, would love a meetup. Henry, hello to you. Welcome. Welcome to the Skyliner. Aaron says, how is construction going at Epcot? Heather said, would I consider a Skyliner t-shirt design? Oh, that's interesting. So that's actually a very good idea. I might be able to do something because Disney does not own the concept of these gondolas. They certainly own the word Skyliner, and they own the designs. But yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So we caught a break. And we've got a Skyliner cabin that does not have a wrap on it, so we get a nice view. You can see Spaceship Earth in the distance. You can see the Italian Pavilion and the humongous Guardians of the Galaxy painted in blue.
Welcome aboard, Islanders. You are on the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with continuing flights to Epcot.
Okay, looks like the Skyliner
Hold on
has
to your straw hats.
slowed a
We
bit.
are about to enter the heart of the Caribbean.
Margie, hello to you in Kansas. Hope you are doing well. Skyliner's a little slow. I'm gonna scoot over here so you can see Caribbean Beach beneath us, and you can see the beautiful Riviera Resort, primarily DVC, over on our right-hand side. Heather says, "Here we go." Ryan said, "Would buy a Skyliner shirt for sure. Be a cool concept." All right, Ryan, thank you for that. It's a really good idea. Mark said, "See ya on YouTube tomorrow." Says, "Good job." Thank you for that. So I do post each broadcast over to YouTube after the fact. Krista says, "Is Disney planning anything for July 4th? Nothing that we know about right now. So I'm hoping maybe we'll get fireworks back by then. But my guess is that it might still be a bit too early. We'll see." Connie said, "Can you request one without a wrap?" Connie, good question. My guess would be it sort of depends on how busy things are. If there were not a big line, they might just let you hold on for one. You can see the Skyliner connecting from Riviera over to Epcot.
Beach Resort,
Very
home
cool.
to a collection of tropical villages inspired by the colorful architecture and lifestyle of the Caribbean islands.
Kathy says Caribbean Beach is a very pretty resort. It is definitely. It's a beautiful resort. Riviera is a very pretty resort as well. I think that Disney did a good job. Some people were a little concerned, including me, that maybe it's going to look like a big box, but it doesn't.
We will be arriving at Disney's Riviera Resort, a Disney vacation club that celebrates the relaxing seaports and romantic vistas of Europe's Mediterranean coast.
See some of the restaurants at Caribbean Beach, which I've had an opportunity to check out, and they are really nice. Cindy, hello to you.
Bonjour and bienvenue. Hello and welcome to Disney's Riviera Resort. If you are traveling to Epcot, please remain on board.
Donald paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your
Okay,
belongings.
you can see
and
they are coming
watch
into the
your step.
Skyliner station.
Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente.
So these doors are going to open in a moment, but we have an opportunity to carry on, which we will do. David said we have a beautiful view here. That we do. All right, we're making the big turn at the Riviera station, and we'll make our way over to Epcot. Kimberly says, "Hope they bring back the annual passes soon." I hope so as well. Susan was at Disney World a few months ago. Jordan says, "Have I ever done a broadcast for this long?" So broadcasts typically go anywhere from a half hour to an hour. I actually have no idea how long I've been doing this. In the past, I had to kind of stop because my battery would not hold up. Fortunately, with a new phone, the battery lasts a whole lot longer. But I will probably wrap things up once we get over to Epcot because I don't want to push the battery too much. Yeah, Dawn says, how's the broadcast doing on the battery? I actually have not gotten any warning messages, and I do not see a battery indicator in the Facebook Live app, so I really don't know. But we're going to make it over to Epcot, and then that'll probably be it. Heather said, "Can you walk from Riviera to Epcot?" Not very easily. There is a road that connects the two, but I don't think there's a sidewalk on that road, to the best of my knowledge. Susan said 53 minutes. Susan, thank you for that. I was wondering how long. So I think I'm going to be okay to make it over to Epcot. Beryl says an hour. Okay, good to know. And we're off. John says, hang on to Epcot.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot.
Epcot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
All right, you can see a Reedy Creek Improvement District fire station down here with the big red blocks. We get to see the backside of Epcot World Showcase. You can see the American Adventure. I see Italy. I see the big blue building for Guardians and Spaceship Earth. Looks like they're doing some work on the fire station.
We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive. This roadway and the city of Lake Buena Vista were established in 1969 when Walt Disney World Resort was first being developed. They are both named after Buena Vista Street in Burbank, California, where the Walt Disney Company headquarters are still located today.
So Tower of Terror off in the distance. We can also see the Swan and the Dolphin. Also I believe it's the Swan Reserve, which is the brand new hotel going up right there, kind of a white top to it. You can see the Coronado Destino Tower in the far distance there as well. Amy says, World Showcase with some hearts. Liz says, a beautiful view that it is. Oh, we can see the back of some more of Epcot here. So you can see the Japan Pavilion, you can see the Land and Imagination.
We are on our way to
You can see the
Epcot
Eiffel Tower
International
replica
Gateway.
and Morocco.
When we arrive, remember to use your My Disney Experience mobile app to review your worldly itinerary for the day.
We get a little bit of a peek over into Hollywood Studios, so you can see the Chinese Theater, home to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You can see the spires of Black Spire Outpost. Yeah, get a bit of a view there. It's nice. And you can see the bus stations. Greg said, any thoughts if a Skyliner station would pop up at the Ticket Transportation Center at the entrance to the Magic Kingdom? That would be very cool and would certainly connect a lot more of the resort together. We'll see. My hope is that we will see that the Skyliner will expand, but hey, don't know. Gina says, is it nice and cool in here? Today, it's a beautiful day to be on the Skyliner. The breeze that comes through really makes it nice. Hi, Mike. Good morning to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will be taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
So someone asked if you can still see out if you are in a Skyliner cabin that has a wrap. You can still see out. You can see pretty well, but just not quite as well as the cabins without the wrap like this one. All right, so we're making the hard right turn on our way to Epcot. Joan says, seems pretty stable. It is. It's very rarely, while in motion, rocking. Sometimes if it's really windy, you might get a little bit of a sway, but not bad. Joanne, having surgery soon, then back to Disney. Joanne, I hope that all goes well for you. Kelly says that it's not as clear when you're in a cabin with a wrap. Yep, I would agree. So we can see Boardwalk over here to our left. And we're taking off again. Someone says, shameless plug. Of course. You can always request a shameless plug. Or, yeah, shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com.
Coming to you is Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villas. From elegant dining and magical lounges to lively entertainment just off the shores of Crescent Lake, this charming seaside resort relives the golden era of Atlantic beach towns and turn-of-the-century amusement parks.
Agnes, thank you for watching. Jake, good morning to you. All right, it won't be too much longer before we are at the Epcot International Gateway Station. Hopefully we will get a chance to peer down a little bit into the France expansion. Can't wait for the opening of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure October 1st, the 50th anniversary day. It's going to be a big day here at Walt Disney World. Christy, good morning to you from the big island of Hawaii.
Now might be a good time to practice your holas, ni haos, and konnichiwas. When you arrive at each nation's pavilion, cultural hosts will be waiting to greet you in their native language, helping make your visit to Epcot a truly international exchange.
Lori says, wishes the Ample Farms ice cream shop was still open at the boardwalk. Me too. Sad story. That company, it seems, tried to expand a little bit too fast and did not make it through the pandemic. They had great ice cream, though. I enjoyed it. All right, good spot here to see the expansion of the France Pavilion, and you can see the sign there for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Just waiting for October 1st to come along.
Arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome.
Beryl says, thanks for the tour. Beryl, it was my pleasure. Thank you all for hanging in for the broadcast with me. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, I have enjoyed talking with you. I love the comments back and forth. Cynthia, May 14th.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor,
Okay, looks like our Skyliner has slowed down a little bit. We've actually come to a little stop here. Get a nice view of the International Gateway Station, though. Oh, now we're picking back up again. Wendy says, quite a long ride with a very cool view. We're very cool. It does. It is cool. Christina, hello to you. Welcome to Epcot. All right, we're going to get off here at the Epcot International Gateway Station, and then we'll wrap up the broadcast in just a few minutes. Gina says, as soon as she gets her vaccination, she is headed over to Disney. Diana says, love the broadcast. Diana, thank you so much for that. Tracy said it made her day. Ron says, the broadcasts are awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the kind and encouraging comments. It is a pleasure to share some Disney fun with you, and thank you for all of the nice comments. Barbie says, thanks for a great podcast. Kelly says, thanks as well. Kelly, thank you for being here. Rosie says, Skyliner looks awesome. Kelly said, brought back a lot of good memories. Awesome. Very happy when that happens. All right, we are sneaking up on the exit. Skyliners decided to kind of slow down just a bit, but I think this door will open up very, very soon. And then we will head out. Jody said, great broadcast today. Jody, thank you for that. Kathleen says, got the t-shirt with a huge Mr. Toad on it, or huge Mr. Toad fan. It is a fun shirt. I really enjoy it. I'm going to make a note before I forget it to try to come up with some sort of a Skyliner t-shirt design. My next one is not Skyliner. Hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll get that one out. But I think Skyliner is a great idea. If you're interested in the t-shirt designs, you can head over to worldofwaltstore.com. That'll give you a link over to the Pin of the Month Club as well as the t-shirt shop. Thanks to everyone who supported me in that way. I always appreciate it. And the doors, they are thinking about opening. And there they are. Thank you. Barbara says, thanks. Barbara, thank you for watching. Jerry said, do a great broadcast. Thanks, Jerry. That's very nice of you to say. All right, we're going to make our way out here to the end, and we're going to wrap it up for today. Tracy said, fantastic broadcast. Tracy, thank you for that. It really is a lot of fun for me to share this with you, and thank you for sharing some of your time with me. I always appreciate that. I enjoy the comments and chatting back and forth. Jackie says, thank you. Really enjoyed the broadcast. Jackie, thank you for joining. You can see the beautiful floral design across the way. In fact, I think I'm going to try to make my way over and make that the ending shot just because it looks really nice. Ron, thank you for being here. It's always nice to hear from you, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Larry says, thanks for the tour. Thank you for that. Okay, this looks like a pretty good spot to get a nice view of the flowers as well as the Skyliner and France in the background. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, especially all of you who have been with me for the past hour as we have taken a grand tour of the Disney Skyliner transportation system here at Walt Disney World Resort. We started off at Hollywood Studios, made our way to the Caribbean Beach, over to the Art of Animation, back to Caribbean Beach, past the Riviera, and here we are at the Epcot International Gateway Station. I hope that all of you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, as always, for all the comments, for the thumbs up, the likes, and just spending some of your time with me. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you all have a great weekend, and until next time, God bless.